Hey guys, welcome back to QualityShot Tennis. Today we've got the matchup between Zverev and Griekspoor in Shanghai. Hopefully you guys are doing all good. Excited for this one. It is a 4-1 head-to-head advantage for Zverev, but the last match, if you remember this one, Griekspoor was up a double break on Zverev in the fifth set at Roland Garros, and he was not able to win that one. It was 7-6 in the fifth for Zverev. So we'll see if Griekspoor can do better here. He also, in the match before that, had 2 or 3 set points in their matchup at Indian Wells. All 3 of their last meetings have been close. Before that, Griekspoor got the win in his home country in the tournament of Rotterdam in 3 sets after losing the first set. Got the win there. And Zverev won their first meeting in straight sets at Wimbledon all the way back in 2021. But all of the last 3 meetings, Griekspoor has gotten somewhat close at he's given trouble to Zverev every time to some extent. So we'll see if Griekspoor can push that one step further and actually get the win. I feel like, honestly, it's just been playing the right point, the big points well, and mentally finishing off sets for Griekspoor. That's been the biggest issue. So we'll see if he can do better here in this match. Griekspoor, very talented player, really strong backhand. We'll have some really good backhand-to-backhand rallies, 2 really strong backhands on the court. And I'm excited for this one. The schedule for October 9th is phenomenal. So I'm hoping to do some match tonight or tomorrow morning. I don't know which one. Tsitsipas Medvedev is really calling out to me though, so I'll try to do that one. I think because that should be fun. Honestly, for this one, I feel like the timing is the best. Ended up the best with this one. It's not like head over. We'll see. We'll see how this match ends up, but think Griekspoor causes the upset. No, I've got to take Zverev. I'm going to take Zverev in 3 sets. I'm taking Zverev in 3 sets. I think that Griekspoor can cause him trouble, though. I'll say that. All right, we're going to get started real soon. I don't know. What do you think, Faison? I think it could be close, though. We'll see. We're getting started up. All right, let me get the scoreboard all going. All right, cool. All right, sweet. Serve Griekspoor, forehand is Zverev. Forehand of Griekspoor is shanked out. 15-all. Griekspoor, in my opinion, very complete player, but sometimes I feel like he can lack the real strong weapons that it takes to take down a top guy. Like Zverev, I think he's like 0 and like 11 or 12 against top 5 guys, something crazy like that. So, or at least in his last 11 or 12 matches. I don't remember the exact stat, but he's on a pretty bad losing streak against top players. So, this would be a good match for him to kind of get back into the, get back to the swing of things and really start picking up some wins against the top players. Zverev is number 3 in the world. All right, serve here from Zverev. It's 1-0 for Tallon Griekspoor. Serve from Zverev. The backhand of Griekspoor, forehand of Zverev. Up high, that goes out. Love 15 for Griekspoor. Yeah, Zverev might need to refresh as it started. Yes. Yeah, no, it's all going for me now. Backhand slice, backhand is Zverev, backhand to Griekspoor, backhand is Zverev, backhand slice, forehand of Zverev, backhand Griekspoor, backhand is Zverev down the line, forehand of Griekspoor, forehand is Zverev, going forehand is Zverev down the line, backhand slice Griekspoor, backhand is Zverev, backhand Griekspoor, backhand volley Zverev. That goes out. Love 30. Could be a quick start for Griekspoor here. I'd love to see him get off to a quick start. I just wonder how much the mental baggage could weigh on Griekspoor after, double break lead at Roland Garros is no joke. So it's going to weigh on him. Question is how much. Oh, what a shot. That's a great shot from Griekspoor. That's what I'm saying. Solid backhand. To me, his most impressive shot is his backhand, to be honest. And he's a talented guy, Tallon. I'm just speaking for me, of the guys outside of, I believe, the top 25 in the world, he's one of the most talented players in the world, in my opinion. He's one of the most talented guys outside of that top 20, top 25 list. He's he can produce some great shot making consistently, point in, point out. Solid player, very surface versatile as well. Backhand slice, the forehand of Zverev, backhand of Griekspoor. Backhand of Zverev down the line that's a great shot. 1540. Let's see if he can save 2 more break points or Griekspoor can get off to a real quick start here. Forehand chip, the forehand of Zverev, backhand slice Griekspoor. That goes out again. Griekspoor, these are the moments where Griekspoor really needs to step up, right? You can't just be floating a slice long in a point like that. That's got to be nerves because you're playing a high percentage shot and you're missing it. It's nerve management. I mean, both these guys are not ideal at nerve management, right? Not exactly a matchup between the two mentally strongest guys on tour, to be honest. That's a great shot from Zverev, though. Great volley from Zverev. His volley skills are better than ever for Zverev, to be fair. The approach wasn't perfect, not ideal. It's not what Zverev would have wanted. Griekspoor had great court positioning way back behind the court, but that's exactly what allowed Zverev to set up his volley, difficult volley, the way that he was able to. Real low, bend his knees, and just produced a great backhand side spin volley. First serve is Alette. Like I said at the start, it is a 4-1 head-to-head lead for Zverev, but in their last match at Roland Garros, Griekspoor was up a double break in the 5th set. And what I'm about to say doesn't even sound like a real story, but I remember Griekspoor went up 4-1 double break, and I turned to my dad for whatever reason, and I said, this is not going to end well. Like, for Griekspoor. I have no idea why I said it, but I just knew that this, like, somehow Zverev was coming back. I've watched Griekspoor too much, and I just had a feeling for whatever reason, and I just turned to my dad. I was like, it's over. Even though Griekspoor is up 4-1 double break. Because Griekspoor is so bad at putting away leads. It's like actually comical. So it's like, I don't know. He's such a good player though. So I hope that he can fix that. He's one of my favorite players, but I would like to see him fix that issue. He just can't put away a top guy, can he? Serves Zverev, trying to get out of this tricky game. He's the top of the tape, backhand. The forehand is Zverev. That's pretty short. Backhand cross court. Backhand Zverev. It's well wide. Deuce. Griekspoor is off to the stronger start. Can he get a reward for that? We'll see. Serve from Zverev. It's in the net. Forehand of Griekspoor. Forehand is Zverev. Forehand of Griekspoor. Zverev down the middle to the backhand of Griekspoor. Forehand inside out. Backhand of Griekspoor. Forehand Zverev. Forehand chip Griekspoor goes out. Advantage to Zverev. It's a battle of nerve management. That's what it is. Advantage Zverev. Nice morning. Watch tennis. Always excited to get a chance to just sit back and watch some tennis. This is a good one. It's not perfectly predictable what exactly is going to happen. Zverev hits an ace, 1-1. I'm going with Zverev in 3 sets, but I mean, listen, Griekspoor's made it so close the last couple of encounters that you could see it going Griekspoor's way. So we'll just see. But I love Shanghai as well. Shanghai is such a great tournament. Goffin is taking on Marcos Giron as well, which is also going on. Djokovic steamrolled over Kaboli. Runa in 2 sets over Lehechka. Runa doing well. Dimitrov got the revenge win over Popin, which I was happy to see for Dimitrov, to be fair. Safulin over Tiafoe. Safulin is underrated. Fritz, Mahac, Monfils over Humbert. Some of the other champions. Tsitsipas with a good win over Mueller. Menzik still getting through. Watch out for Menzik, man. That's all I'm going to say. I guess I'm going to say more things. Stream's going to be a rather boring stream if I don't say anything else. 30 love for Griekspoor in a service game here. Bouncing the ball, ready to serve. Stepping up to the line on this deuce side point. Down the tee, forehand of Griekspoor. Forehand is Zverev. Forehand of Griekspoor down the line, backhand Zverev. Forehand Griekspoor inside out, backhand Zverev. That goes out. Griekspoor is off to a much stronger start. So I mean, we haven't played that much yet, but I mean, just judging by level, if this keeps going at this, if they both keep playing at this level, then I'd expect Griekspoor to have a pretty decent advantage. But let's see what happens. A couple quick service games on his part. Or it should be. That's forehand in the net, 40-15. Good serve from Griekspoor, gets to 2-1. Most ATP players say the player they don't want to play outside the top 20 is Sapphian, interestingly. Yeah, I totally get it. That guy is, I mean, he's good. He can strike the ball from the back of the court. Talking about good backhands. Strong two-hander there. Yeah, I mean, strong mentality as well. Like, the guy steamrolled over Alcaraz this time last year or maybe a little bit later in the year, but in Paris. So, like, he's good. I don't doubt why. Yeah, who are other players that you just not want to play outside the top 20? I mean, Yibing Wu is one of those guys, honestly. He's constantly playing below his ranking, in my opinion. So I'd like to see him find his way back up and get higher than he's ever been. That'd be great. Who else is there? Nicholas Jarry, I'd say, is a guy like that always performs well against the top guys. Arthur Fils is a guy, although he's going to be top 20, a perennial top 20 player within a week. So, who else? Lorenzo Sonego, maybe, kind of. Monfils, maybe. Yeah, nobody else really stands out to me that much. So, Fabio Fognini on a good day, back in his day. Maybe Bublik if he ever spends time outside the top 20. How good were Eric and Lyle Menendez at tennis? I don't think they got that high up there, but yeah, that's a crazy case going on right now. I mean, famous case. I've known about that one for years, so. It's been a while since I really looked into that case, but I know that the trial is going on right now. We're at 2-1 at the early stages of this one. Yeah, I don't think those guys are ATP ranked, so they never got that high up there. Back to the match, it's Zverev who's about to serve here. Getting some very quick points, Zverev himself, finding a better rhythm on the serve after that first service game. And it's 40 love here at 1-2. First serve goes wide. Second serve from Zverev. Into the back end of Griekspoor. Forehand Zverev, cross court. That goes in the bottom of the net. 2-2. 2-2 here. In terms of guys on tour where the deficit, where the disparity between the quality of their forehand and quality of their backhand, I think these two guys would rank pretty highly up there in terms of guys where the disparity is not that big. If there are guys like that. But I remember I just had a chance to go to Newport, right? I just had a chance to go to Newport in Rhode Island where they were playing a pro grass tournament. And actually got to room with this great dude who's a professional player named Joseph Bishop, who I also got a chance to interview as well, which will be on the channel as well. But yeah, he was great. And at the event, well, I got a chance to speak to some people who know tennis well, and including him, and we're just talking about, is there anybody on tour who has a better backhand than a forehand? And he seemed to be of the opinion, as a pro player, that that there's not any player that has a better backhand than they have a forehand. That no matter how good your backhand is, you're gonna have a better forehand than you have backhand. I said that if anybody seems to be like have a case for it, it's Zverev, just because his backhand is like revolutionary. But anyway, he probably has a better forehand technically, but I don't know. It's close though. I mean, sometimes he will run around a forehand, almost hit a backhand. So, or at least he'll be very, very comfortable not running around his backhand. Like the difference between Casper Ruud and Zverev is hilarious. Casper Ruud will run a mile to not hit a backhand. Zverev is just so different. Like he'll hit a backhand from the middle of the court, and he'll get a great angle off of it. It's just two very opposite guys there. Great serve from Griekspoor, gets to 40-15. I'm excited by this version of Griekspoor, but it's a bit disappointing for me because I get excited by Griekspoor, and then he just it's just about crossing that finish line, right? In sets and matches. But I mean, he's beaten Zverev before, really. I mean, a good version of Zverev last year in a fast hard court. So let's see. 2 aces in a row for Griekspoor, which is very strong. Good stuff. Let's go Tallon. Tallon the talent. It is fun to see Djokovic at a high level in this tournament. Sinner and Alcaraz off the back of Beijing, and then you have Novak killing it. I mean, what a great time in tennis right now, honestly. The year didn't start off that strong, in my opinion, but we've we've had some things to be excited about towards the end here, especially as post US Open, which is usually the time where tennis kind of calms down, but Beijing, not even post US Open, but the Olympics, like that was crazy. And then yeah, and now we have Novak still killing after the Olympics. Hopefully we get like another Novak Sinner match, because we haven't gone that since, am I wrong? I don't think we've gone that since Australia, right? Which is kind of insane. I don't think they've played since then. Am I wrong? Yeah, they haven't played since then. I would remember. Yeah. Last match in Australia, which is really kind of crazy if you think about it. But Novak hasn't had a great season overall. Well, he hasn't had a consistent season, let's put it that way. Hasn't been getting to semis and finals like usual. Usually he'd be in every single semifinal and final. It's not the case this year. Here we go. 15 love Zverev. Serve. Forehand of Griekspoor. That's in the net. $30 Yeah, what a great draw that Shanghai is setting out to have now. Sinner, Shelton, Tsitsipas, Medvedev, Alcaraz, Monfils, Paul Mahac, like Menzik, Dimitrov, Safulin, Djokovic. There are no duds there. Fritz, Runa. None of those are duds. The winner of this one will take on Goffin and Giron. No duds so far. If we keep going with the no duds thing, then I feel like the only way we'll have that in this next matchup is really if Griekspoor and Goffin win, then that could be quite fun. Or if Goffin wins and takes on Zverev, I guess could be interesting. Just because I think Goffin hasn't been in the fourth round of a Masters since he played Rafa in Madrid, I'd like to say, and had those 4-match points. Can't remember him getting that far since then. But Goffin's obviously been a great player in the past. He's been to the quarterfinals of almost every single big tournament. Forehand slice for Zverev. Oh, forehand volley is very good reaction. It's another good reaction, but he misses the volley long. 40-15. Never know. See if Griekspoor can fight here, or Zverev can put him away with an ace, but we'll see. We'll see. Forehand Griekspoor, that goes wide. It's not a good miss at all from Griekspoor. 3-3. One of my favorite things in tennis is just watching the body language of the players, you know? It's interesting to see Griekspoor just miss a bad shot and just turn his back. It's like, all right, back to work. Like, is that a sign of confidence? Like, I'll get that shot next time. Is that a sign of, yeah, I was bound to miss balls like that? Which, is that a good mentality to have? Because do you want to feel like you're bound to miss a lot of balls like that in a match against Zverev, where sometimes the margins are so small, and you don't want to give him a lot of free points? Forehand the Groudon from Zverev, 15 love. So I like watching the body language of the players. It's my favorite thing, one of my favorite things in tennis. I probably have strange favorite things in tennis, but I'd say like my number one favorite thing in the sport is shot making. Like crazy, crazy shots. By far my favorite. The creativity, the shot making, the great shots and rallies and points. Like, it's by far my favorite. Number two is just the personalities of the players. I like the body language and personality coming out, and the mental, emotional aspect of it all. And I guess my third favorite thing is just seeing how the different styles of tennis and how people's differences shine through their game. Like, people's personality almost shines through the way they hit the ball, and I don't know, like the way they play almost. So I'd say those are like my three favorite things about the game. Oh, wow. Forehand down the line is great. 40 love. And I just like the one-on-one individual aspect of it, where it takes a lot of mental strength and having that kind of winning gene, and the way it just you have to I don't know. The coolest thing about, maybe the very coolest thing about tennis actually, is the fact that you try to be perfect, but also be okay with losing. Backhand, that goes out. It's a life lesson in general, right? 4-3 for Griekspoor. Because I know I'm yapping. I am yapping a lot. But like, it's a life lesson, because I've said stuff like this before, but on stream, but a lot of everything that you can put into everything and anything you can put into your game can help you cross the finish line and be the winner at the end of the day. And because sometimes tennis matches are separated by just like 2-3 points. So anything and everything, including off-court stuff, what you come onto the court with, like everything, just the one little extra minute that you practice your backhand or whatever it is, like that can absolutely help to, when a match can literally be separated by 1 millimeter on if a ball was in or out by a millimeter, on the most important point in the match. So that might be the very coolest thing about tennis. The scoring system is genius. Hey, are you doing step? Hey, wow, I just woke up to Tiafoe yelling. I heard about that. I didn't see the clip though, so I wanna see the clip. I'm just gonna look up Tiafoe yelling on Twitter and see what pops up. Actually, I'm gonna do it on the laptop where I have headphones. All right, I'm gonna try to find the clip because I haven't seen a clip of it. I've seen people talking about it, and then I can form my thoughts and feelings and opinions. Forehand step, backhand Zverev. That's a great volley from Griekspoor. Love 15. Love 15. If you were not here for the beginning of this match, Griekspoor, and really on very defining quality of this head-to-head so far, was up love 40 in the Zverev's first service game. 3 break points. He was not able to convert on any of them. So, obviously, as we're still on serve. And here we are. But yeah, that's been a defining quality of Zverev Griekspoor. Griekspoor getting chances, just not being able to convert on them. We'll see if he can do one better than their last meeting at the French, where once again he was up a double break in the 5th. 4-1. Yeah, double fall from Zverev, and that's just not good. Love 30. Some pressure piling up now. All right, Tiafoe yelling in Twitter search bar. He's been doing so well recently too, Tiafoe. So, but he never does well in Shanghai, huh? That forehand of Zverev. That's a shank. 15-40. I feel like now's the chance for Griekspoor. I just feel like I'm gonna stick with my Zverev in 3 prediction. To be honest, I feel like maybe Griekspoor wins this first set, and then Zverev comes back and wins. Even though selfishly, I kind of hope. I'm a big Tallon Griekspoor fan. I just kind of hope. I've been so for a while. I just kind of hope that he can cross the line because he's not been able to in so many of these kinds of matches. But anyway, let's see if he can at least get the break here first, and then we'll go from there. Serve here, Zverev. It's a great serve, 30-40. Let's see if he can save one more. Wow. I'm watching the Tiafoe clip now. That's crazy. Wow. A lot of 4-letter words from Tiafoe. Yeah, he was mad. I mean, it happens in other sports, though, like where players kind of go say, I mean, you don't see that very often on a tennis court, but it's not great sportsmanship in general, obviously, but in team atmospheres, you see stuff like that more often, to be fair. But, yeah, it's not great. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know the situation, but that is, yeah, he was mad. But I mean, he came into Shanghai having lost, like, I think, like, the last 4, losing in the first round of Shanghai, like, the last 4 times he got here. He won the first match he played, but couldn't win the second one. But yeah, like Faison like was saying in the chat earlier, Safin is just the guy you don't want to play as a top player. Yeah, Tiafoe, I don't know. Not a fan of all his behavior. Serve Zverev. Why? It's a great shot. 4-4. Griekspoor at the line to serve on the deuce side. 32 minutes into this one. Forehand drop shot. That's a great shot from Tallon. 15 love. Let's go. I guess Griekspoor is just that guy for me. Like, but I feel like more people should respect and appreciate watching Griekspoor play. It might just be a thing where it's like personal taste for me, but he's one of my absolute favorites to watch on tour. Like, I'd put him like top 5. I don't know. He's just one of those guys that has that X factor. Like, when I watch him, it just feels a little bit different than most of the rest of the tour. For me. But I guess he's just that one of, like, everybody kind of has that one player that kind of stands out to them outside of, like, Alcaraz, Medvedev, Djokovic, Sinner. And I guess he's that guy for me, so. $15-all. But I guess I kind of lean towards guys who might not be. I guess recently I've leaned in terms of like favorites to watch. I lean towards guys who are maybe not like absolute flash fests like Alcaraz or Monfils. Like those aren't my top. Like I almost like these guys who are so talented, but their talent like comes out in flashes. But they're like a little bit more solid, and then they'll just hit like an incredible shot and show some flair. Almost because like I can attribute it to my own playing tennis, because like they look a little bit more human, but then they just pull out something that's just extraordinary. I don't know if that's the reason, but backhand, forehand, volley, that's a great shot. But like Yannick is like that. Casper, I feel like, is like that. Griekspoor is like that. Andy, I felt like, was always like that. Novak is kind of like that. I feel like I lean towards those guys as like my favorites. If that makes any sense at all, it might not, honestly. Yibing Wu is one of my favorite players to watch as well. I'm unashamed about it. I hope that he can keep rising up. Got a chance to see him in Atlanta last year. Loved his victory in Dallas earlier in that year, beating Fritz and Isner back-to-back, playing remarkable tennis. That final against Isner in Dallas is still one of the most unreal tennis finals I've ever watched. I'm glad that was the last final of Isner's career, because it deserves to have some kind of staying power in terms of being appreciated in the tennis public, because that final was insane. Backhand slice, forehand Zverev, backhand slice of Griekspoor, forehand drop shot. Griekspoor there, gets under it, backhand volley, goes behind. Alcaraz would have gotten the next shot too, to be fair, but Griekspoor said, forget about it. 40-30. Alcaraz would have hit a winner off of that. I don't know. Am I crazy? Like, am I like just thinking Alcaraz would get everything? Nah, Alcaraz would have been there. I don't know. I don't even know if that's possible. But 40-30. Just any winner, Alcaraz would have gotten to it. Alcaraz would have hit a winner. Back. That's so funny. Any shot, Alcaraz would have been there. That forehand from Griekspoor, Alcaraz would have gotten it. Alcaraz would have hit it behind the back winner. All right, 5-4. 5-4 in the first set. 37 minutes of play. Big mantra of the tour. Alcaraz would have gotten it. No matter what the situation. Let's go Griekspoor. See what you can do at the end of this first set. Yeah, I mean, I'm watching the Tiafoe situation, and well, first of all, Tiafoe, the time did go down to 0, and Tiafoe, I don't know. I feel like Tiafoe was in the wrong because he saw the clock at 0 and they tossed the ball in the air. That's as far as I can tell from the clip. Um, and he was arguing that I tossed the ball. It's the rule that I get another serve, but it seemed like he was kind of pushing it. That being said, it was a loss of first serve at 5-5 in the third set tiebreaker. Unless Tiafoe was, I didn't see it, but unless he was like 5 seconds after it went down to 0 or 10 seconds after, like, unless it was like crazy, I would rather the umpires not get that much in the way of the match. Like, if it's like 2 seconds at 5-5 in the tiebreaker after the guys have been playing for 3 hours, I would rather the umpires stay out of it, but also like Tiafoe was also in the wrong as the clock was down to 0. So I see both sides in that situation. Tiafoe's behavior, fully wrong. But honestly, I usually stay on the sides of the umpires should stay out of the match as much as possible, especially at 5-5 in the tiebreaker. That's when I just want to forget the umpires even on the court. Like, if the umpire does his job, I don't know that he's there. He's not there. Like, if what I'm trying to say is, if it's a great tennis match, I'll forget that the umpire was on the court. If it's a great tennis match, a really great tennis match, I'll think that the only two people on the court are the players. So I usually in those moments I'd like the umpire to stay out of it. That being said, it seems like if Tiafoe won over the time, I also kind of understand it, but to what extent? 30. Great serve, 30 all. I want to know how big that fine will be. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, he's going to get fined. The behavior is unacceptable. He did not toss the ball as he was about to serve. He just did for sure. Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, which is stupid. It was very obvious. He looked to the side and he was like, oh, let me toss this ball up real quick. Like, you don't get special, like, treatment for doing that. I mean, I'm used to this stuff with, like, with Tiafoe. He, but not to completely decimate the guy, because I mean he's got great qualities about him too, but like in the big moments he's gotta step up and you know. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. He's gonna get fined for it, and I agree that that was just more gimmicky than anything else. It was like a mockery of the rules to get an extra attempt. Yeah, I almost want the umpire to yell back at him. Yeah, that was unacceptable to yell it that way at the ump. All right, 5-5, getting close to the end of this first set. Serve out wide for Zverev. That goes out. 15 love. Double fault from Griekspoor. It's spreading. A couple double faults from either guy. 15 all. What company is Griekspoor brandishing? I don't know what company he's got. Gillian? Okay. I think that's what it is. Backhand, great shot. Forehand cross court. The forehand is Zverev. Backhand down the middle. I think Griekspoor is attempting to go cross court. Now he goes cross court. That's in the net. Very good point from Griekspoor. Zverev probably should have found a way to place his shots a little bit more. He kind of let Griekspoor off the hook after he had a very central ball. Two of the best players at redirecting backhands and placing them at will to pretty much wherever they want. Both these guys. Serve Griekspoor. I mean, kind of in a way, they're kind of similar players in some way. Oh wow, what a shot from Zverev! 30 all. Not fully similar, but I mean, Zverev's got a better serve. He's got a better backhand, but Griekspoor's got a great backhand, to be fair. But almost nobody has a better backhand than Zverev, just because his backhand is just ridiculous. And wow, that was a good forehand, though. Forehand stretch return from Zverev. I think he gets the first break point of the match, if I'm not mistaken. Griekspoor's got in 3 at the start of the set, and now Zverev's got one of his own. Griekspoor's had 5 break points, and now it's the first break point for Zverev. Tale as old as time. Don't put away. You don't. Tale as old as time, and then I just can't speak English. Tale as old as time. Listen, if you don't put away your break points, watch what happens. Forehand chip. Forehand of Griekspoor, cross court, forehand Zverev. Oh, I missed it. Classic Zverev. 40 deuce. Even the coach is even the coach is laughing. Zverev's coach, Zverev, that was hilarious. Big point. They panned to Zverev's coach, who's laughing, and then he pulls his straight face as Zverev takes a look at him. He literally does this. He's laughing, and then he does this. Just and then goes to a straight face. That was hilarious. Coping mechanism. Forehand of Griekspoor, backhand slices Zverev. Forehand, low volley is so good. Volley behind Zverev. Oh, he almost missed that. Oh, Zverev is yelling at. Oh, Mohammed called it not up, maybe. Zverev complained to the umpire. The umpires throws his racket as well. The umpire, Zverev yelling, the umpires are completely effing up the tournaments this year. There's a warning for Zverev as he throws the racket. Zverev said, I've been playing for 9 months now. I can't be bothered to go to China in October. Zverev cursing a lot, which Leoni is saying just to stop. All right, let me see this. It was a clear double. It was a clear double bounce. What is Zverev waffling about? It was so clear. You didn't even get close to it. What is this guy waffling about? He wasn't even close to the ball. What's Zverev yapping about? He was like a mile away from getting it. Oh, you gotta be careful as he hits a ball up. I'm sorry, but the way Zverev is speaking is not particularly putting him in a good light here. Jeez. He didn't even get close to the ball. What is Zverev talking about? Can you just show him a replay? Might as well have been 3 bounces. You look at like 4 bounces, and he's like, I got the ball. I can't be bothered to show up to China in October like a professional player is expected to do. The ball wasn't even close. What is Zverev going on about? Bro, what is Zverev going on about, dude? What is Zverev going on about, bro? It's annoying. Jesus. I'm just surprised Griekspoor is not meeting Sinner in second round. Yeah. That's the constant matchup, right? Yeah, I mean Griekspoor and Sinner, Zverev and Fritz. These are matchups we're seeing all the time. And yeah, because Griekspoor versus Sinner, and Griekspoor like takes the set, but Sinner comes back and wins or something, or yeah. They played in, where was it? They played on grass in, I was gonna say Rotterdam. Doesn't even make any sense. Halle, I think, because Sinner likes to play Halle. Halle has always gotten top players. Like, say what you want, Halle has always gotten like top players. Federer, Sinner. If they were to have a grass Masters, I wish that they would do that. Halle has petitioned to have it be a Masters. I don't know. I hope we go 5 years from now and Halle is a Masters 1000. That would be ideal scenario. Be great. Backing down line 4 and a Griekspoor. When volleys Zverev put away. Dean Love. That was the most laughable thing ever. Zverev throwing a racket, throwing around curse word after curse word, and then they show the replay. He wasn't even close to it. There's some times where honestly, as a player, as people say, like, you know if you got it. No, you don't. I double bounce, you don't always know. You really don't always know. But Zverev wasn't even close to that one. I feel like you have to know. Like, he wasn't even close to it. Like, it wasn't even like nobody could mistake that as getting it. I was watching the slow-mo replay at the very least. Forehand Griekspoor, down the line, missed it. You see exactly what he was going for, but he I don't know what went wrong, but just couldn't get the width there. 30 love. Looks like we're gonna get a tiebreak. In Indian Wells, Griekspoor was up 6-3, I'd like to say, and then Zverev came back and won that tiebreaker. I think he got back to 7-6. Griekspoor got to 7-7. Then Zverev won 9-7, and then Griekspoor absolutely decimated his racket. So if they get to a tiebreaker, Griekspoor needs it way more. If Zverev wins the first set tiebreaker, I don't see Griekspoor coming back. Griekspoor needs this first set, and I still don't think he's got the match won if he does that for sure. But he needs his first set. Serve from Zverev. 4 and a Griekspoor. That's a great return. Right down the middle, right where Zverev was standing, but he got great pace on it, and Zverev didn't expect it. 40-15. I feel like the game's not over yet. This one. Another serve coming here from Zverev. 2 points for Griekspoor to fight his way back. That's a big serve, though. Swinging volley. Griekspoor's there. Forehand volley in the net. That was a miracle. That Griekspoor came out of that point unscathed. Exchanging body blows. And within it's like a 5-second point. Huge shots. And Griekspoor somehow managing to keep the balls over the net, low over the net. Zverev can't get down to the volley. One more point, and Griekspoor is right back in the hunt. Hell of a serve, and Griekspoor got it like nothing. Zverev just goes the wrong way. It's a tale as old as time for Zverev. First serve in the net. Zverev has the worst nerve management of any top 5 player I've seen. That's not even like objectively, like in objective opinion for me. Like without like trying to, I just feel like his nerve management is the worst I've seen for a top 5 player. That's a bad miss for Griekspoor, and he shows. I understand the clear frustration as to why right after. The umpire, the people on the side, by the way, speaking to Zverev in a bit of Russian, which I understand. And they're telling him to hit it a bit stronger and a bit gets the length in the court so that Griekspoor can't attack him. Pretty simple coaching, but Griekspoor hits the dive, but it's in the net. What happened there? Griekspoor checking his wrist. Did he slip? Strange. What the world are they doing? Okay, here you go. Okay, good camera angle actually. I don't know why Griekspoor decided to dive there. Oh, by the way, scoring the tiebreaker. I'm gonna say Zverev wins this set. I'll say. Well, no, I don't know. Yeah, I'll say Zverev wins the set, 7-5. Sweep behind the back from Griekspoor. Didn't count for anything. Serve here for Zverev. First serve. Still time for Griekspoor to get the mini break back. There's no doubt, but chance here already. Backhand slice. Back to neutral. Forehand cross court. Forehand to Griekspoor. Cross court. Forehand to Zverev down the line. Backhand slice Griekspoor. It's a great shot. Backhand to Zverev. Backhand goes for a slice. He had control of the point. Backhand. Forehand Griekspoor. Inside in. Forehand. Long rally. Longs to the match. So far, it's in the net. 1-1. Let's go. Right back with it. Griekspoor. Solid defense from the Dutch. Good stuff there. Great stuff. I feel like so far it is more on Griekspoor's racket here. Actually, that was a clueless comment. No, you're good. You're good. Your opinion, who does the racket smash the best? Top 3? Sorry, stop only seeing the comment now. Yeah, it's a good question. Top 3 racket smashes. Top 3 racket smashes. I wasn't a big fan of Alcaraz's. People were like, "Oh, this guy, even his racket smashes are good." I thought it didn't. Alcaraz fan. I didn't think his racket smash looked that cool. I mean, it was impressive, kind of, but I didn't think it looked that cool. Best racket smashes. I don't know. We haven't gotten. They don't smash their rackets like they did back in the day. Let's be real. Racket smashes back in the day, we were. Come on. Back in the day they were top tier. We don't get them like they used to. Benoit Paire is up there. He's always up there. So I'll put Benoit Paire. I'll have to think about the other ones. Djokovic can smash a racket. He's pretty good at it. He's got good racket smash. He's got good racket smash. Forehand, backhand cross court, backhand slice to Griekspoor. Forehand Griekspoor. Missed it 1-3. No, so let me look at a list of players. Top 3, because I'm serious about it. I want to best racket smashes. Like, none of the top guys are really doing it. Even Djokovic isn't really smashing rackets anymore. They don't make them like they used to, huh? Goes out 3-2. But I'll take Benoit Paire. I'll take Novak. Who else? Nobody else is really popping out to me. I'll take Bublik. Bublik's not bad at it. I'll take Bublik. Backhand down the line, forehand Zverev. Forehand cross court, forehand of Griekspoor down the line, backhand Zverev, backhand slice Griekspoor. Forehand, that goes out. Griekspoor again. Down a mini break twice in this tiebreaker. Now it's 3-3. I mean, their matches are so just unserious and so chaotic. These two, they can't. They get chances and then they just don't put it away. I know I'm using the term unserious very loosely here because I don't even know exactly what I'm trying to say, but I'm just like, can they get a lead and then keep it, you know? I think it's a great idea for channel content. Yeah, no, I mean, it's fun discussing the racket smashes. They don't make them like they used to. Backhand, forehand, down the line, backhand, Griekspoor, forehand volley is very good, 4-3. How does Zverev play with 250 pounds around his neck? How does Zverev play while he's wearing every single necklace that he owns? Like, I will never understand this. Like, doesn't that get in the way? Like, what if Zverev is like secretly like the fastest guy on tour, but he just like doesn't want to run because the necklaces will are annoying. 4-4, Zverev misses a forehand wide. Makes no sense to me ever. Four, 4. By the way, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis if you are new. And we haven't been streaming that often, but hopefully that's going to start changing. So, backhand slice is a beauty from Griekspoor. That's what I'm saying. This guy, he's a talent, man. Tallon is talented, and he can hit a great shot like that. Hell of a backhand slice. When things kind of pop into place for Tallon, he's a fun one to watch. Hell of a shot. I thought it was Federer watching in the crowd. They panned to a picture of Federer, I guess because he's won this tournament a few times. I think once, actually. I don't think he won it that many times. Backhand slice, forehand of Zverev, forehand chip, Griekspoor. Zverev in no man's land. What is he doing? Backhand, Zverev got lucky to get out of that point. Once again, interesting to look at the body language because Zverev played a poor point and he got away with it. I want to see this again. Very awkward. Zverev gets caught in no man's land. Griekspoor had a chance to attack and just It gives him a layup. I mean, not really a layup, but not that far off from it. Zverev with a huge roar, but he's got to know that he didn't play a great point there. He got lucky at best. 5-5. Serves Zverev down the tee, back and slice for him. Volley. It's just what I mean. Just it's tough. Tough. In those big moments, it's like Griekspoor just takes his, just has, I don't know. He's not all in those big moments. 6-5 for Zverev, set point. Griekspoor would like a big first serve, not have to think about his shots in a rally. Zverev can rally all day. Serve down T is it's a reminiscent of their tiebreaker, or not that reminiscent of the tiebreaker actually, but another long first set tiebreak, just like in Indian Wells. I feel like I'm having deja vu to watching that, and then turning it off right after that mess. That mess. Kyrgios and Dimitrov. Dimitrov smashes when he was in a slump. That's true. Grigor is pretty good at it, but Grigor is one of those guys that I don't like to see acting that way. It's not even because I want him to like hold up an image of himself or something. Not my favorite thing to see. Kyrgios is good. Kyrgios is good at it, but like also his can be dangerous though. So like those are just two where I like take exception. Where Kyrgios, I feel like maybe a little bit too unsafe or disrespectful or whatever. And Dimitrov, I love Dimitrov. I kind of like it when he's not in that kind of a mood. Backhand cross score, backhand slice, Griekspoor, forehand volley, backhand Griekspoor, lob. That's going to go out. 7-6 for Zverev. Tennis is a tough sport because Griekspoor is so close. But so close is not always close enough. Zverev gets one big first serve here and the set is over. Set point dose. That's first serve in the net. Zverev's not going to be happy about that. Okay. If Griekspoor misses the return, then I'm going to walk out of the room. If Griekspoor makes the return, then at least this will be stomachable. Okay, he did. Forehand. Forehand to Griekspoor. Forehand to Zverev. Backhand Griekspoor cross court. Backhand Zverev. Forehand Griekspoor inside out to the backhand Zverev. Forehand stays in. Backhand down line's a great shot. Griekspoor's there. Forehand cross court. Griekspoor's there again. Cross court forehand. Forehand cross court. Forehand down the line. Backhand Griekspoor cross court. Backhand Zverev. That's in the net from Griekspoor. Big roar from Zverev. I don't think Griekspoor's out of the match yet, but it's not going to do him well that such a close set and he couldn't pull it out. And it's been the story of Griekspoor's kind of. It's been the story with Griekspoor. All right, 7-6 first set. Please don't forget to hit that like if you're enjoying the stream. Appreciate everybody who's joined in so far. Hey, look at who it is. Well. Hey, Lexi, how are you doing? How you doing, Lexi? Good to have you finally. I'm glad that you got stuff figured out on your end because I missed you too. Hell yeah. Hey, that was a name that made me happy to see. Did you get the new laptop and everything? Did you get things sorted? I'm back. Hello. Awesome. Sweet. How are things going? Yeah, I missed you on the streams. It's always fun seeing your name in the chat. Always fun chatting with you. Wow, Griekspoor won 82% of first serve points. Yeah, you still couldn't put the set away. I'll tell you what, I'll be back in a second. That was a long set. I'll be back in 1 minute for the second set. Hello. Just need to go back to sync my account. Okay, nice. You look great, Anthony. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks. You also look great. I'm sure. Can't see you, but hey, listen. You also look great. Tomic also legendary racket smash. Yeah, we're talking about top 3 racket smashes. You have to have a top 3. It's not top 3 favorites, top 3 racket smashes. Yeah, Tomic is good. Tomic is hilarious. I'm just a loud fanatic. No play time for me. Zverev all the way, man. Okay. Nice to have you in here. It's only good to have you in here. I'm trying to remember the guy who was extremely aggressive on court and got banned. Kolarare. Yeah. That was a serious case. That guy was a nut job. That guy's a nut job. He's wild on the court. Yeah, he was just like taunting players and screaming in their faces, and yeah, he got banned quickly. I mean, he was pretty good. I mean, he played like a 4-set match against Delpo at the US Open. I don't remember if it was the year Delpo won the US Open, but like he was pretty good, but man, he was wild. He was kind of crazy. I don't know. Is he like there aren't that many players that get banned for unsportsmanlike conduct, huh? So I wonder, like, is he the only case of a player getting banned for unsportsmanlike conduct? I can't think of another person. Daniel Kolarare. Backhand, cross court, back in his Vera. It's in the net. 15-30. Griekspoor will know that he played a good first set. He just couldn't get over the line, which is the story of this matchup. It just keeps being the story of this matchup. It feels like if Griekspoor is patient here, then he'll get some chances because he was so close in that first set. First serve in the net. Zverev is not making that many first serves in the last, like, I don't know, last 15 minutes, 10 minutes. I guess 15 minutes with the changeover between sets. Backhand, cross court, back in Zverev. That goes out. 15-40. 2 more break points for Griekspoor. 0 for 5 so far. 0 for 5 so far. Hello, hello, Faison. Djokovic, Rublev, Alcaraz. Okay. I like it. Yeah, Rublevs are unique. We can say that. And I just don't like to see the guy hurting himself at all. Alcaraz was, yeah, I mean, I was saying earlier, he's not my favorite racket smash. I felt like people were overhyping it for my taste. But good dexterity, you know, good stamina with it. You know, clearly shown some muscle, some strength. Good shoulder turn. Fonini. Well, how I haven't even included Fonini. He's got to be there. I'll take Fonini instead of Bublik. I'll take Novak, Fonini, and oh wow, Zverev misses a forehand shank there. Off the return from Griekspoor. It's 1-0 for Griekspoor. We got a match in our hands. Fight back from the Dutch. Yeah, I'll take Novak. I'll take Fonini, and I'll take Benoit Paire. Are there WTA players with good racket smashes? Bublik over Fabio, of course. Nah, because Fabio will do it, and he'll do it in a like an Italian accent. He'll do it while like screaming things in Italian. I don't know. Fabio's funny. I'm just saying, like, Fabio's personality takes it for me. But Bublik does it more. Bublik's pretty good at it, though, to be fair. But, yeah. The few times Federer did it, he was graceful like his play. Yeah, Federer doesn't put a foot wrong. I would vote for Medvedev, too. Yeah. But I can't remember him decimating a racket, though, right? But has he just completely destroyed a racket before? Wawrinka's racket smash style is commendable, just done and dusted, no muscle moves in his face. Yeah, I know. I that was wild. He just stepped on it or stepped through it. Kaboli didn't even put up a fight. 6-1, 6-2. What the hell? Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, the young guys got to at least put up a fight against Novak. They can't just let him do his thing. But let's go Novak. Doing well. He takes on Safulin next round. So, I mean, Safulin's unseeded, so theoretically a good draw, but I have the draw open here. Let me see. So he's got Safulin, then he's got Dimitrov, maybe? It's off the top of my head. Yeah, Safulin, then he's got Dimitrov or Mensik. I would love it to be Mensik. Mensik, Djokovic would go so hard, honestly. Dimitrov, it's over. Like, Dimitrov's not going to beat Novak. I would love it, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I would love to see Dimitrov finally get that victory, but for the first time since, like, 2001. But, Mensik Novak would go so hard. Like, people don't get it. That would be a match. That would be good. That would be a great next gen versus top guy matchup. That would be good. in my opinion. 40-30. Griekspoor at the game point. I think Mensik takes a lot from Novak. I see a lot of Novak influence in Mensik. Which historically Novak has struggled against. Players that clearly take a lot from Novak. Like Zverev, Sinner, even Medvedev maybe. A little bit. Like even like Chung at the Australian Open, who's a Novak doppelganger. Tennis doppelganger. Novak lost to him in straight sets, which is strange. What a weird couple of losses for Novak. Like, that will go down in history. Like, Novak winning every single Australian Open from, like, 2011 to, or really, like, 2008 to 2022, or 23. Then you play 22. To 23. And except those 2 years, I mean, Wawrinka won that one, Roger won a couple, but he won so many of those Australian Opens. Forehand Griekspoor. Zverev shot was nearly wide, but right on the sideline, so it's deuce. Novak won all those Australians, and then just 2 years in a row, Novak had the strangest losses. I mean, everybody's going to have dips. But he lost in 5 sets to Istomin, which was the strangest one. And then in the second round. And then 4th round, beginning of the second week, he loses to Chung in the Next Gen Finals champion in straight sets. So a 5-setter, that was surprising, and a straight sets loss. They just doesn't happen very often to Novak. Wow, Zverev misses another one. I love this from Griekspoor. I don't know. I'm perpetually in the cycle. Maybe it's just because I've forced myself to watch this, and so I want to give myself some hope for Griekspoor here. But as a bit of a Griekspoor fan, but I'm perpetually in the state of Griekspoor can do this, he can do this, and then Griekspoor kind of just doesn't perform the big moments. But hey, listen, I mean, this is a better, like, after he lost the first set in Indian Wells. He was out of the match. It was over. At the French, when he didn't put away the very close last set, it was over. The tiebreaker set in the 5th set, the match was already over because it was the 5th set. So maybe losing it like the first set like that, and then being strong right away might be in Griekspoor's favor here. If you work for it, if you keep getting close, keep working hard at it, then eventually good things happen. So we'll see if it happens today, but I kind of have a feeling like maybe something might happen. We'll see. To start the day off, I said Zverev in 3. I'm going to stick by my prediction, but we'll see. Either way, I kind of think it's going to be 3 sets. Every match Zverev plays is so long. Like, Zverev has the highest percentage of playing long matches. Like, every match Zverev plays is so long. Without fail. I really think he's got the highest percentage of matches that go the distance. There's so few Zverev matches that I feel like are all-time great matches. Like, there's so few, if any, that are all-time good. But at least, like, super, super, super memorable. Novak Zverev at the U.S. Open a few years ago was good. Zverev against Tsitsipas in Canada, I'd like to say, was quite good, where Zverev made a comeback. What a ridiculous point this is. Forehand right on the sideline. Griekspoor puts away the shot down the line. Can't believe that stayed in. Zverev definitely could have hit that around the net, I would think. Yeah, he had a look at it around the net there, but decides to go cross court, and then he doesn't even run for the next ball. 15-30. Zverev might kind of just resign this set. Serve, forehand to Griekspoor, gets it back. Backhands in the net. Zverev might be resigned the set. 15-40. Double break. We're close to it. Oh, wow. Let's go, Griekspoor. Hour and 23 minutes played. Forehand, backhand slice of Griekspoor. Forehand just stayed inside the baseline. Forehand, that's in the net. Griekspoor's got to make those. He's got to make those shots. It's nerve management for Tallon, huh? By the way, year-to-date win-loss, 26-24 for Griekspoor, which is not that great. Is that even possible? 24 losses? Is that right? I guess it would be, because if you play that many tournaments, you're going to have 24. He's played 24 tournaments? At least, right? If he hasn't won a title. That's crazy. Right? Surely that's pretty unusual. Forehand down the line, backhand volley, Griekspoor. Oh, it's in the net. Zverev had the chance to put it away. Griekspoor's up a double break. Griekspoor almost got Zverev out of jail. Zverev was in jail, and Griekspoor just tossed him the keys, and Zverev's like, nah. 3-0. Okay. Double break. All right, let me catch up with what's going on here in the chat. Kind of avoiding you guys. My bad. It's Cam's anniversary today. Ooh, nice. I went there to congratulate him. Wait, what's the Tiafoe Safilin drama? Tiafoe Safilin. Yeah, so 5-5 in the tiebreaker. Tiafoe loses his first serve because of a time violation warning. Tiafoe went up as if he was about to toss the ball, but he had no intention of serving with the ball toss that he did. Tiafoe argued that the rule is he tosses the ball, he gets the time, and then he loses the next 2 points after losing the first serve, which I'm sure throws off his rhythm and focus, but is what it is. And then he starts yelling and cursing out the umpire. So that's the drama. But yeah, obviously the yelling from Big Foe is not acceptable for sure. I think he was overwhelmed with the occasion, plus exhausted from yesterday. Yeah, against Wawrinka, yeah. Safilin super flat shots. Novak likes to play him. Yeah, I don't think he's going to have an issue, yeah. And the guy you mentioned before, who got banned, how do you spell his name? No, how do you spell his name? It's like super weird. It's like Koeller, or is there an H in there? Okay, so here we go. So it's K-O, or not, Kollerer. Kollerer. The O has like 2 dots over it or whatever, because he's actually I don't know where he's from. From Austria. So he's got like 2 dots over the O, but Kollerer. That guy was intense. Vesely would always remind me of Novak. Yeah, so like guys that play like Novak, Lexi, Novak doesn't like playing them. I feel like Novak, Novak doesn't like to play are the players that play the most like him. $15 all. So listen, if you get a guy who is pretty good at every shot, can slide on hard courts like an alien, and can't hit an overhead to save his life, and you got him to play Novak, Novak's done. He's dusted. The GOAT will lose. 30-15. It was so fun seeing the Hall of Fame. Alexi, did I tell you? My memory is so bad with what I tell some people and then what I don't tell some other people. But I got a chance to go to the Newport Hall of Fame Museum, and the main tennis museum, and that was really cool. Like I got a chance to play on those grass courts too. That's where the first U.S. Opens ever were held. I think I did tell you that I went on those trips. I don't think I went into specifics though. But I mean, I know that you've been watching the streams, and I've told some stories on streams about it. So I don't know if you've seen me talk about it, but forehand, that's in the net. 4-0 for Griekspoor. Love this. Should be a good third set. Should be a really good third set. I'm excited. But yeah, like I got a chance to go to the museum. I got a chance to play on the grass courts, which usually it's like $150 just to play for an hour. But I got lucky. My brother was playing there, and I got a chance to warm up with him. Super historic venue. Seeing the museum, I saw so many cool things. Like it's crazy how many cool things are in that museum. I'd recommend any tennis fan to go. It was pretty cool. Like I saw the trophy that Rod Laver won when he won his second Grand Slam, not his second Grand Slam tournament, his second Grand Slam, which is winning all four tournaments in the same, all four Slam tournaments in the same year. Also, the spike shoes that he wore to win that U.S. Open. Like he wore spikes on his shoes famously after losing badly the first set. He won the next 3 sets wearing spiked shoes, like really weird, like almost soccer cleats, because it helped with the grass courts. So I saw that. There's so many cool things I saw. I saw a shoe that Serena wore. I saw a dress that Serena wore. I saw the shoe that Murray wore to win his first Grand Slam at the U.S. Open 2012. I saw the outfit, the headband, the black shirt, Nike shirt that Delpo wore to win his U.S. Open. So many cool things in that museum. I saw the clothes that Federer wore to win his first Wimbledon, and also 2009 Wimbledon, which is the first match I ever watched. I got a pick with that. I saw like weird stuff. Like I saw the military identification of Fred Perry for World War II. Like there's like crazy stuff like that. So it was really sweet. Forehand inside in from Zverev is a good shot. Gets the 30 all. I recommend anybody who ever gets a chance to go to Newport because there's some really cool stuff there. I wish Chung did not go on an injury spree. There's a lot of talent there. Yeah, so many of the most talented guys just get injured, huh? Hate it. Zverev does not dare to be aggressive in the important moments, which is, I mean, it doesn't dare to be aggressive, but also just, I mean, he just chokes, right? I mean, he just chokes. I am. Sometimes people say like on match point, just kind of play it safe, and the big moments play it safe. I've always been of the mindset you have to take it. You kind of have to take it a little bit. I've always kind of disagreed with coaches a little bit, like what they say sometimes. This is going to be a bagel. When does Zverev get bageled? I'm going to look up Zverev bagels. It's going to end up being a bagel. It's 5-0 Griekspoor. I feel like Zverev's given up on this set. Zverev's going to resign the match just so he can give up the set and get out of the set. I'm going to look on Tennis Abstract the bagels that Zverev has lost, because it got to be not that common. That's going to include futures and challengers, but I'm going to count those out. Actually, I could just do ATP level. Do you ever try to look something up, but then your internet just gives up? Like, geez. What is going on? I enjoyed the Laver Cup a lot. Laver Cup was awesome. Post US Open has been like, it's been sick. Like post US Open's been so good. And usually this is when like people say like, oh, tennis gets boring. Like it's been so good this year. I feel like it was good last year too. Post US Open's low-key underrated. Like the post US Open swing's been great. I'm gonna look it up on my phone because it's just not working. Maybe it's Tennis Abstract. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, Tennis Abstract is down because the guy is making changes to the site. That's what's going on. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot. Jeff Sackman. Shout out Jeff Sackman. One of the most important names in tennis today. He's working on the site. He's reworking the site. He's reworking the site, so the site is currently down. I still wonder if I could find it somehow. I probably not, to be honest. That's how important Tennis Abstract is in my tennis statistic finding. But Zverev Bagels lost. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Love 30. Here's Zverev. Zverev trying to avoid the bagel. Forehand. The backhand. Oh, hell of a shot from Zverev. Jeez, that came out of nowhere. Love 40. Boomerang from Zverev. The boomerang backhand. Griekspoor threw a big shot and came right back. Backhand. I mean, Zverev's backhand is illegal. Backhand down the line, forehand to great. Yeah, it's out. 5-1. I thought the set was over, and it still is. But Zverev gets one that breaks back. If Griekspoor folds if Griekspoor chokes this lead, then I will give up. That's the end of that sentence. Not the one that you just shared. Okay, sweet. That's what I like about the U.S. So many museums for all kinds of stuff. Yeah, going to the Met in New York was awesome. I wish I could have gone to the MoMA as well. I'll go next time I go to New York. But apparently Starry Night is in the MoMA. So I got to see some Van Gogh, though, in the Met. And the Met is so fun. I mean, part of it is like time travel. Like it's like you're seeing stuff from like 6,000 years ago. And it's like, holy crap. And then other stuff is just like awesome art, like Monet and Van Gogh and just less popular names too, but just even the like modern art section there is so cool from like recent years. Like the art there is so good still. Like actual good visual art that's and paintings are underrated nowadays. Like there's still great art out there being made. Um like you don't have to go 500 years ago to find great paintings or even 100 years ago. There's still great paintings being done nowadays. Just freaking AI is just ruining everything. And I mean, I knew it was going to happen. Like 5 years ago, I was like, I knew that like AI is going to be a problem before people even realize it's going to be a problem. But yeah, I guess I didn't anticipate how much it would have an effect on art, but we haven't even seen the worst of it. Probably not even the ballpark of the worst of it. Great serve out wide, 30-15. Marcelo Mello in Zverev's box. Great doubles player, and also doubles partner to Zverev. Serve down the tee is very good. 40-15. Has the schedule come out for tomorrow? Because I honestly, I'm tomorrow is going to be one of the great days of tennis. Like, there's so many good round of 16 matches. It's actually crazy. It's crazy, right? Like, it's kind of crazy. I guess schedule wouldn't have come out yet, but there's going to be so many good matches. So I'm going to try to commentate. Maybe I'll try to commentate more than one. We'll see. I might make it a thing tomorrow. I do have a few things tomorrow, but I should be able to do some because the time is just so different. So it's not going to shouldn't get in the way. I guess just a sleep schedule, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's odd that's named after Laver and they have to hold it in Australia. The Laver Cup? Or wait, what do you mean? Named after Laver? Hold it in Australia. Oh, and they have not held it in Australia. Yeah, that's true. They should. Laver is a legend, but I think Laver Cup also sounds marketable and catchy. Yeah, I agree. And Laver is legit a legend. Like people say that, and like I feel like some people don't really feel it, but I don't know. I wish that more people held respect for the names of people back in the day, and not in a way that's like pretentious, but like in a way that's a lot of the same skills that are required for modern tennis would are the same skills that made people really good back in the day. It's still tennis. Like tennis back in the day is still tennis. Obviously different equipment is the big one, and the other things have changed, but like it's still tennis. And a lot of the same skills would be required. If you watch, there's great footage of Rod Laver taking on Bjorn Borg all the way in 1976, way past Laver's prime, but Laver was still incredible. There's high HD footage of Laver playing, and he really was that guy. Laver was so good. Like, just watch him. So I just wish that people had more respect for those names. That's not like a... So anyway, my 2 cents. All right, Love 15. Is this really going on right now? I mean, could Zverev really get back from a triple break deficit here? That goes out from Zverev off the forehand slice, so it's 15-all. I expect Griekspoor to hold these next few points and just put the set away, surely. Good for Zverev to not get the bagel. I'm sure that was why he kind of stepped up his intensity and energy. Even if he doesn't climb all the way back, he can at least avoid the bakery and get some momentum going into the third, which it seems all but sure that we're going into. 2 points away now. Step, maybe it's my fave. I got to see all my European faves on one team. Yeah, hell yeah. Zverev needs to get rid of some of that jewelry to win the match. Yeah. Well, maybe it's the jewelry that's like, I don't know. Maybe that's his weak spot. Maybe if he gets rid of the jewelry, he'll win a slam. He'll stop double faulting at crucial moments. He's got a cursed amulet around his neck. It's not allowed him to win a slam. He doesn't even know it. Forehand. That goes out. Tallon Griekspoor. We got one more set to go. Job's not finished. Job's finished? I don't think so. I don't think so. Job's not finished. One more set to go. One more set to go. It was a great set from Tallon. Great set from Griekspoor. I think he's been the better player in the match so far, to be honest. I think Griekspoor, like, I'd take him like 55-45 to Zverev. I think Griekspoor's, or maybe not quite that much, but Griekspoor, I think, has been the better player in the match so far, all things considered. Like I said, he won like 82% of his first serve points in that first set. He should have won that first set, maybe. Not like in a way that's like so obvious, but I feel like he probably should have won the first set. Particularly because he had 3 break points right from the get-go. He had 5 break points throughout it. And then he, even at like 6-5, he got the game back to 40-30. It just played a tiebreaker where he was just slightly off his, I don't know, he was slightly off kilter. Wow, Griekspoor made 80. Wow. First serves made Griekspoor 88%, Zverev 75%. What is it for the match? That's tennis TV numbers. That's tennis TV numbers. Let me see. Match stats. 72% for Tallon. This might not be updated, by the way, but 72% for Tallon, 75% for Zverev. That's extremely good. Extremely good for both. It does kind of feel that way, that we're seeing a lot of first serves made in general. Where else do you guys see Alki coaching the veterans? Only in Labor for sure. Yeah, listen, shout out to the Labor Cup because there's no other tournament like it, right? For sure. I was just thinking why it's not held in Australia yet. Alcaraz was hilarious at Labor Cup. Yeah, Alcaraz and Griekspoor. I have a question, guys. If Z didn't have that personal controversy, would he be one of your faves? No, he wouldn't for me. He wouldn't for me. I don't think so. Even before that, and a controversy was just solid, but there's no edge there. He's just not. He's not my favorite to watch. I don't like his game. He's also done things like on court that I'm not a fan of. So he's just not a personal favorite. While I'm commentating, I'm unbiased. For anybody I commentate, I'm unbiased because it annoys the hell out of me when I'm watching a commentator like myself and I'm trying to tell you who you need to like. I don't know if you feel that way. I feel that way. When I'm watching something, and I even feel like for a second the commentator is like, you should like this person. I just want to tell them to shut up. like if I feel like if they're like, even if I agree, if I'm watching and they're like, it just annoys me. Like, don't tell me who I need to like. So while I'm commentating, I try to stay unbiased. I have personal views on the players, but I actually enjoy being unbiased because it feels like I don't know. I get to compartmentalize, right? Because in one compartment in my head, I have the how I feel about the players because I have favorites, I have least favorites like everybody else. And I also have in that compartment, I'm also going crazy for one person and I'm saying, oh, I hope the other person, even sometimes I'm saying, I hope this person loses or like, oh, screw this person, whatever is going on in my head. But in the other compartment, I'm in an unbiased commentator mode because that's how I want to do it. I don't want to be that guy who's like, I enjoy being unbiased. It's fun to have that challenge and compartmentalize like that, but it's also, I enjoy doing that because I feel like that's how commentators should be. It annoys me when commentators say, like, it annoys me when commentators are, when they're like, everything, they're only talking about one person, right? Like, they're only talking about one person the whole time. And you just feel like, I don't know. You just feel like they're telling you, like, this is who you should root for. I don't know. There's something else that I want to articulate that I can't quite articulate, but it just annoys me, so. All right, 30-15 Zverev, 3 points into the third set. Serve back in a Griekspoor, back in a Zverev. Forehand at Griekspoor is a great shot. Oh, squash shot is a great get from Zverev. Forehand, down the line, backhand, Zverev running. He can't get there. It's a great initial get, but he can't get that one. 30-all. I'm glad I'm commentating this match. This is a really good one. Really, really good one. They've only played one. Okay, here's a stat. They've only played one 3-set match, and Griekspoor won it. And he won it from down a set. He won it after losing the first set. So that's a stat for you. He won it on a quick hard court as well. Great serve from Zverev. Griekspoor can't quite get it back into the course, so 40-30. At the French Open, Griekspoor won the first set. He lost the next two. He won the fourth, and then he was up 4-1 in the fifth. Just couldn't put the match to bed. But actually, yeah, every time that Griekspoor, yeah, Griekspoor has only, or wait, I'm trying to figure this out. Hold up. Or no, that wouldn't be accurate. Never mind. But yeah, this is interesting though. All right, great. Zverev got the hold in the first game. Good hold to serve for Zverev. 1-0. I am so far behind chat. I apologize, guys. 6 King Slam will probably be epic too. I think he's the only one who's serious. Let me just catch up here. Wake up, Z. Come on. Mello and Z are BFFs. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. I'm going to see a Tiafoe. So Tiafoe close my alarm sound. Shut the F up. Oh, you know it'd be good? Like a mashup of like different ones. Like you have Murray saying shut up to Fonini in his funny British, his funny Scottish accent. And then you have Dennis saying to the crowd, shut the hell up. That'd be funny. I hate patriotic bias and commentaries. It makes me feel like the other person or team doesn't exist. Yeah, Sean. And that's a good note for myself too, because sometimes I do feel like maybe I do that with American players, but that's just something to work on. So that's why I like listening to you guys more. Only real talk, Anthony. Yeah. Absolutely. Like that's real. Like I just don't like it. I don't like those people. Partisan broadcasting is worse when Wimbledon is on the VCR so Brit focused. Yeah, exactly. Like that's how I feel, Matthew. Like genuinely when I watch, like, here's the thing, right? There are 2 players on the court. If I am just pretending like one player is on the court, I am doing the match a disservice. And I don't want to do the match a disservice, because why am I watching then? If I don't have the chance to to feel like I should have the chance to support either player, why am I watching the match? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there are 2 players on the court. Why should we pretend that only one of those players matters? Like I want to dislike whatever players I want to dislike. I want to like whatever players I want to dislike. If I want to dislike a player for no reason, I will dislike I will hate that player for no reason. Just in a fan viewing perspective. If I love that player, I want to love that player. You know what I mean? It's sport watching is a human experience of seeing 2 players for what they are. And if the commentator's job isn't to control the match or your perspective of the match, as all news and media is doing nowadays, my job isn't to force you to feel a certain way. My job is to just enhance your perspective and experience of your viewing. I'm not trying to control your viewing of the match, because that's not my job. You know? That's not my job. It's not my job as a commentator. So that's just my thing. Anyways, 15 left. back to the commentary. Second serve here from Zverev. Backhand down the line. I think Griekspoor just missed that one. 30 love. Shelton, Sinner, Medi, Tsitsipas, Fritz, Richards. Tomorrow's going to be so good. Last week was so good, too. I mean, listen, post-US Open's been fire, dude. Taylor over Runa, although I'd be neutral. I'm not neutral. I'm pretty... I just went on this huge tangent about how I'm unbiased. Medi over Stone. Wonder how the RG match is impacting Tallon psychologically. Does it see the positives? He pushed Zverev that much. Yeah, I know. That's what I was wondering about earlier. Does he have mental baggage? Is he thinking, okay, now I got to do it? But I keep thinking, like, surely if there's a guy like Tallon who keeps working hard and just doesn't give up, then usually good things happen. Not always, but usually good things happen to the people who wait. Is Griekspoor patient enough? Let's see. I kind of don't know which way I feel like this is going to go. My prediction before was Zverev in 3 sets. I'm going to stick by it because I don't really want to change my prediction, but I do feel like Griekspoor could win this. Right now, I feel rather 50-50. Like, if I was just watching the match right now, I feel like I'm pretty 50-50 on who I think is going to win. I guess I'd slightly tilt Zverev just because of their history, but I'm pretty 50-50. I feel like Griekspoor's been the, like, slightly better player. I wonder how them. I mean, it's okay if there's a little bit of bias, but it can get out of hand. Yeah, I think so. But for the most part, that's how I feel. Wonder if tennis has a fan channel like in football. Oh yeah, that would be hilarious. I follow that for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of bias in Fed Djokovic matches early on. It was wild. Yeah, and I mean, I know, and I was watching the 2015 U.S. Open as a Federer fan, and I was annoyed by the commentary. I specifically remember that. I remember watching that match and being so pro Federer, and Federer was annoying me because he would want like 0-19 on break points, and the commentators were annoying me even more. I was so badly hoping Federer would win that. I was rooting for Federer so bad. And then Federer was annoying, and then the commentators wouldn't shut up like about Federer. I was like, okay, I just want to watch the match. I don't want you to make me like I don't know. Does like I don't know if it even makes any sense, but I was just like that was the most frustrating match to watch in so many different ways. But even I was annoyed by the commentary. Like I don't know. I don't like seeing that much bias in the I don't like seeing bias in the commentary. Particularly when it's that kind of commentary. So anyway, love 15. I mean, sometimes I'll make it known who I'm kind of rooting for. So I don't know. But in general, that's how I kind of like to do it. Feel bad for Giro, and for a guy like him, this was a real chance to make the last 16, at least take home 100K. Yeah, for sure. Guys like him wait a long time for opportunity. Yeah, I think it's the first time Goffin gets to round 16 since that crazy epic against Rafa, right? In a Masters. But yeah, I do feel bad for Giron. I mean, that guy's underrated. Giron's underrated. He's really good, but yeah, that would have been a good chance for 100K, like you said. Get some dough, and get far in a tournament, big tournament. Imagine if Pavi owns one for Novak. Yeah, Fritz versus Runa, I'm looking forward to. That was a 50-50 match. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm even tilting Runa there. I feel like I'm tilting Runa, to be honest. Fed played amazing in 2015 U.S. Open, yet whenever he lost to Djokovic, fans came with he is an old excuse. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Federer deserved a slam that year. I feel like Roger deserved a slam that year. I feel like most of the he is old excuses came like within the last 5 years. I don't feel like people said that at that time. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember that happening. Forehand cross court, forehand down line, forehand volley, forehand is Zverev. Oh, hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. He is an impressive athlete, Zverev. Gets to 15-30. No, I don't like blatant bias. Yeah. True. Goffin has been struggling to get back to his best. This could be a breakthrough. Yeah. And tribalism. Yeah. It's the same with Alcaraz versus Sinner fan base. Yeah, I feel like it's getting a little bit better with Alcaraz versus Sinner, but yeah, it's all the same. Ian Faison has been called a Sinner fan, I think. Yeah. All right, here we go. Serve Griekspoor. Big moment in this match, no doubt. Oh, how does Griekspoor miss that? You don't miss that shot, Tallon. 15-40. I mean, I don't know exactly Griekspoor's record. Another thing that would have been worth it to look up on Tennis Abstract, but Tallon's record against top 10, top 20 opponents has not been very good. Or at least top 10 opponents has not been very good. He could be on like a 12, 13 match losing streak against top 10 or top 5 guys. I don't remember the stat, but It's not. He's been on a bit of a losing streak. All right, first serve's in the net from Griekspoor. Second serve. Forehand of Zverev. Goes out. That's a bad return from Zverev. 30-40. Zverev with a trying for a very late challenge, but he gets it. You got to be careful with the late challenge on your opponent's serve because that's taking time away from your opponent. So I would not have given it to him, honestly, I think, but 30-40. It's probably, it feels almost more of a thing to break your opponent's serve rhythm than anything else. Serve down T is a good serve. Good return, though. Forehand, cross court, forehand is Zverev, forehand a Griekspoor. Down the line's a great redirect. Forehand volley. Solid, clutch, 2 breakpoint save. Deuce. Deuce. I do feel like Griekspoor is a complete player. He can finish up at the net. He can hit a slice. He can hit a drop shot. Shout out to Griekspoor, man. I like watching Griekspoor. He's annoying, but like if Griekspoor was like number 1 in the world, like he'd be probably my second favorite player ever behind Federer. I love watching this guy. Wow, hell of a shot from Tallon. Gets to advantage. I don't know. Would he be my second favorite player ever? Sampras is amazing. I love Sampras. Del Potro is up there. Honestly, like weird players like Fabrice Santoro, Pancho Gonzalez on the women's side, Anna Ivanovic. So I don't know, but Radwanska, Venus, Fernandez, Rude, Murray, backhand slice, forehand inside in, forehand of Griekspoor, cross court, forehand of Zverev is a great get, backhand. Oh, hell of a shot for Tallon. Let's go. 2-2. Let's go. 4 points in a row. Hell of a shot from Tallon. Good fight from the man from Netherlands. Hey, sorry guys, back for the match. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Went into the void there for a second. Yeah, no, it's totally my fault. Laptop ran out of battery, which is something I got to watch. Sorry for that. But back to call this one. Here, let me get everything back up the way that it was. Sorry for those technical difficulties. That's my bad. But back to call this. Laptop's plugged in. We got it all going. That should not happen again. All right, here we go. Scoreboard back up. All right, cool. All right, 43. No, I'm not bored of the match. I am locked in. I'm locked in now. Here we go. All right. Yeah, apologies for that again. All right, here we go. Round 32 match here in Shanghai. Winner takes on Goffin in the round of 16. 40-30 Zverev serving. Misha Zverev in the crowd, Zverev's brother. 9th ace of the match for Zverev. On a big point at 30 all there. Now serving at 40-30. It's a double. No, it's first serve. First serve in the net from Zverev. Second serve. Serve Zverev. Backhand of Griekspoor. Backhand is Zverev. Going backhand to backhand. It's a slice now. Now to the forehand is Zverev. Backhand slice down the middle. Forehand of Zverev. Finds a shot inside out. Gets a 3-2. Gets a 3-2. All right, let me catch up with everything going on while let's talk about bias. What's going on with bias? I'm only here for the fun stuff. Don't really get the crazy stuff for who's the GOAT and who's not. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, and also, like, I don't know. GOAT conversations are weird because, like, Rod Laver won 2 Grand Slams and he didn't even get a chance to play for, like, the main tour for, like, the 7 years in between there. So it's hard to say, like, who's the GOAT when things just keep changing so much. Like, even, like, back in the day, Anthony Wilding won, like, 91% of his matches. Like, that's crazy. Or, like, Rod Laver. Or, like, Pete Sampras. Like, there are people with crazy stats. Like, I don't know. So, it's hard to say, like, who the GOAT is. And it's maybe even hard, like, just as hard to say who's the greatest of this era as well. So, I mean, maybe not. I mean, I think Novak is now the GOAT, but yeah, I understand that. Zverev is the favorite. Matches like this come down to belief. I'm not sure Tallon has the belief to get over the line. Yeah, that's fair. Rafa for me is the best. No need to argue with the other fans. Yeah, that's fair as well. I know. Yeah, I know Rafa's your favorite as well. So I really think Fed should have won the 2019 Wimbledon, but probably extended his career. Yeah, I don't know if it would have though. I don't know about extending his career, to be honest. I do think though that would have been the cherry on top. It's cruel that fate would have had it that we got so close and then just didn't turn out. He just couldn't get that slam. But I mean, what a crazy thing to have happened. I mean, 2 of the greatest players ever. And play a final like that with championship points. Backhand cross court, backhand slice of Tallon, forehand down the line, the backhand of Griekspoor. That's in the net. Love 15. Yeah, the belief of Griekspoor is a good thing to look at here because I mean, the margins aren't going to be that big. It might come down to Tallon's belief here in the big moments, and I don't know. We'll see if we can push through, but I might be in the same boat. Backhand cross score, backhand Zverev, backhand slice Griekspoor, backhand Zverev, backhand slice of Griekspoor, pie to the forehand Zverev, backhand of Griekspoor, backhand Zverev down the line, forehand of Griekspoor, forehand of Zverev, the backhand slice of Griekspoor again, forehand of Zverev, one of the longest rallies of the match, and Griekspoor pulls through 15-all. Good stuff. Is the schedule out for tomorrow yet? When will that come out? I wonder. Daily schedule. Let me refresh. No, it's not out. Or wait, is it? Wait, day 9. I don't think it's out yet. $15:30. Another one of these moments. Griekspoor got out of a tough game earlier in the set. I mean, if Griekspoor can hold here, I feel like the 3-3 game might end up being pretty interesting. That's what I'll say. But we'll see. Forehand down the line for hell of a shot from Zverev. That's ridiculous. Nuts. Crazy shot for there from Zverev. It's a 15-40. That's a ridiculous shot. Zverev's athleticism fully on display there. Breakpoints 1 is not good for either. 1 for 4 and 3 for 10. But 2 more. Backhand way up high, forehand a Griekspoor. That's a good shot. 30-40. $30-40. Serve coming here for a Griekspoor. Serve clock does go down to 0, but he's already there to serve. Oh, luck for Griekspoor. That's some ultimate luck there. It's so funny how Zverev got so pissed off at net courts. Like, what did... Almost looks at Griekspoor like it's his fault. He's like, bro, come on. Don't do that to me. It's so funny. Why did Zverev look down the other end like Griekspoor? What was that? 4 break points have come and gone. It's a strange moment. Why? Like, I know you should apologize for a neck cord, but it's not really like there's some guilt. It's not a guilt-ridden time violation. Zverev as he was holding up Griekspoor. Zverev not ready for Griekspoor serve. Griekspoor there. Advantage for Griekspoor. Serve Griekspoor out wide. Oh, what a volley! Forehand. Oh, he just made it. Almost missed it, but he got it. Back to deuce. Zverev's forehand cross court just catches the sideline. Will Zverev be ready to return this time? Wow, forehand quality in this set, 9.8 for Zverev. I kind of believe it. His forehand's been great in the set. Serve down the tee, forehand of Griekspoor. Forehand of Zverev. Again, why does he go to the forehand? But it pays off. Advantage to Griekspoor. Advantage to Tallon. Serve from Griekspoor. It's a great shot. Griekspoor, 2 games in the set, he saved a couple break points. Very muted crowd, by the way. They're not particularly locked into the match yet, but big moments in the match. Good saves from Griekspoor. Good stuff. I really think Fetchev won 2019 Wimbledon. I only got to see Roger when he plays Rafa, and he had the most graceful moves like ballerina. How can a guy move like that? Unbelievable. Yeah. People jump the bandwagon too. They like sports success and people are on fire. Personally, I think the whole GOAT debate is stupid. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I actually like the GOAT debate, but I agree with you that people just jump the bandwagon on who's doing well. There's no doubt. Only a few players get the spotlight, and so many hardworking players are almost relegated to turd. Yeah, true. Anna Kournikova is the GOAT for me. Yeah, people have their own GOATs too. Fed would still be playing now. Djoko would have gone crazy and retired. Maybe, but I don't think it would have been as heartbreaking for Novak as it would be for Roger, though. But yeah, who knows? Tiafoe's going through a weird egotistical phase, or was he always like that? I mean, no, he's been like that. But he's been like that. But yeah, I mean, listen, he's got good qualities about him, but he's just like today was the first time I've seen him lash out like that. So it's just yeah, I don't know. Griekspoor can't keep digging himself out of holes like this. Eventually, you pay the price. Yes, true. Tallon, hello, yep. 3-3 here. 4-3. Zverev. Schedule's out on the HP site. Okay, let me look at that. Yeah. I appreciate that step. Thanks for the update there. Let me see. Okay, cool. So what's the time exactly again there? Is it Shanghai is like I'm trying to figure out with my time zone with Eastern time zone. Eastern time zone to Shanghai. I always forget this. 12 hours? 13 hours? Okay, 12 hours. 12 hours ahead. Okay. So they're 12 hours ahead of me. I'm trying to see what I could stream. Sinner's going to be tonight. Could do that. Alcaraz is also going to be tonight. I could do a late night and call those back to back. Maybe. Tsitsipas Medvedev is also tonight. Ooh, it'd be fun though. Tsitsipas Medvedev Alcaraz Monfils doubleheader following Sinner Shelton. I could do that maybe. Although no, because it could be like Tsitsipas Medvedev Sinner Shelton doubleheader. Maybe. I don't know if I have the facilities to do a doubleheader right now in a way that works well, though, unfortunately. But I might do those. But that's cool. Okay, so I probably won't do the morning matches then. Those are probably the best ones. Mensik Dimitrov is good though. Oh, there's so many good matches, but I'm not gonna get up at like 5 a.m. to do Mensik Dimitrov. So I'll probably do the ones tonight. Tsitsipas Medvedev, I have to watch. I want to watch that in general. So I'll probably do a late night and watch. Yeah, I'll probably do those. All right, here we go. Match resumed here. 30:15. Griekspoor at 3-4. Don't know who this dude is in the crowd that they pan to. Looks like I don't know, like a movie actor or something. I don't know who he is. Serve from Griekspoor down the tee. Shanked way up into the crowd. The crowd is so muted. Like the crowd, it feels like they don't give an F about the match. Feels like the crowd just is completely just like, yeah, whatever. I mean, theoretically, we should be getting to the most exciting part of the match, right? Tightest moments right at the end, the deciding moments. Serve down the tee, back into Zverev. Forehand of Griekspoor. Forehand of Zverev. Cross court, forehand of Griekspoor, back in Zverev. Forehand Griekspoor, drop shots in the net. 40-30. I don't hate that play, though. It wasn't that wasn't a bad time to hit a drop shot, in my opinion. He just hit it in the net. It's okay. I mean, I always think if you miss a drop shot, I would think it's better to hit it in the net than to hit it wide. So it's not that bad. It's fine. That's in the net from Zverev. Good serving. 4-4. Who do you think will win? I'm like 50-50. I kind of have like, unfortunately, I have some hope for Griekspoor, but part of my brain is like the thing like, don't give me false hope. I'm like tilting towards Zverev, but only slightly. Like I'm like 52% Zverev just because of their history. Fritz and Zverev me in the quarterfinals. Zverev would be desperate to win. Not sure who would be the favorite. Well, Fritz would be favorite, right? He's won like 3 in a row. Fritz would be favorite, but forehand Griekspoor, great shot, closes in. Love 15. Love 15. It's a chance for Griekspoor to pull through here. Fritz would be the favorite, but just because of their history. I mean, Fritz is also like top 10, like number 7, so he's pretty high ranked as well. So Fritz would be the favorite, but it would be a good match. Be interesting. Particularly after this match, too, where Zverev is pretty close to going out to Griekspoor, or at least Griekspoor is within. You can at least kind of see the. Or I don't know how to say it, but like he's a big threat here, Griekspoor. So if Griekspoor can be a big threat, then Fritz certainly can as well. Serve down the tee is a good serve. Perfect. 30-15. Joker's 2 is getting bad reviews. That's a shame. I need to see it. Gladiator 2 coming soon. I don't love that Gladiator 2 is coming out. I love that film. I love it in its own right. I don't know if it needs a second one, but I guess we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Joker 2 that's hilarious that it's just absolutely getting panned. I'm so curious too. But I'll watch it. I heard like it's a musical that doesn't really want to be a musical. So I just heard it's bad, so I'll watch it and then I'll have an opinion on it. I guess I could see it today, maybe, if I have time. There's other stuff I want to do today, but On Tuesdays, there's always good sales for movie tickets. My theater nearby, so I might do that, but let's see. All right, 5-4 Zverev. He's a game away. We'll see if he can close it off or if Griekspoor can keep fighting. Asian fans are fairly muted. Anyone, even worse when the arena is 2/3 empty. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I would say that. I don't know. I don't think they're that muted. I've seen Chinese. I've seen Shanghai crowds and Beijing crowds get quite into it, and Tokyo crowds in particular as well. So I wouldn't say that, but I do think that here they're being quite muted. So it's just a matter of the match. It might be because Griekspoor hasn't really shown anybody. They might be quite like. First of all, the stadium is like 2/3 empty. The second thing is that Griekspoor hasn't the crowd might be quite smart in knowing that Griekspoor has shown good signs of possibly beating Zverev in the past, and he hasn't been able to perform. So it might be a thing of predictability. And again, Zverev is not. Let's be honest, Zverev is not the most exciting player to watch. So it's got to be part of it, in my opinion, anyway. He's just not the flashiest. The way he likes to play is just kind of solid from the back of the court, aggressive, but not really like aggressive like Alcaraz, just kind of aggressive baseliner. I don't know. He's just not a flashy player, which is fine. You don't have to be a flashy player, but it's got to be a part of it. All right, serve here from Tallon. 4-5. Serve out wide. Forehand of Zverev. That goes out. 15 love. I feel like a third set tiebreak might be on the cards. Might be in the cards. Let's see. On the cards is not a thing. Serve from Griekspoor to the turn of Zverev. It's a forehand. Forehand Zverev. The forehand of Griekspoor down the line. Backhand Zverev. It's a slice. Half volley is good from Griekspoor. Oh, Griekspoor leaves it. Zverev is 3 points away from the win with a backhand pass. Great shot there from Sasha Zverev. Griekspoor has been so good at redirecting balls down the line off the forehand. And he's been good at the net, but he just left the volley. It was a good pass, to be fair. It was almost out of reach for Griekspoor. Even if Griekspoor got it, Zverev probably would have put the next ball away anyway. He would have put the next ball away anyway. Oh, it's in the net. It is Griekspoor folding here. I mean, it's just so predictable, and it's just like, does Griekspoor have the belief and does he have the will to just make this a different result than all the other times? Because that was not a good forehand. I mean, that was a forehand of I don't want to be on the court right now. Like the width off that forehand, there's no way that he was going to get that on the court. It's like a 1 in 5 chance. Forehand Griekspoor again goes for it, comes to net. That's in the net from Zverev. This is the most important point of the match so far. 30-all. It's either going to be a match point for Zverev or Griekspoor threatens to hold for a even game. $30-all. Lot lies on this point. Serve. Griekspoor down the tee. Zverev, that's in the net. Good serve. 40-30. It's clutch. Can it be a different result today for Griekspoor? I don't know if it can. I really don't. By the way, I don't know if anybody's seen Lost, but the weird symbol on Griekspoor's shirt, the show Lost, random, but the weird symbol on Griekspoor's shirt, it keeps reminding me of the Dharma symbol. Only like 2 people will understand what I'm talking about, but I don't know if anybody else thinks the same. But forehand goes out from Zverev, 5-5. Griekspoor gets the hold. Good hold there from Griekspoor. That's why I keep thinking about throughout the match whenever I see that symbol. My predictions: Zverev breaks to win the match. Yeah, let's see. I'm half Asian super loud. I know that. Yeah. You're quite chatty, but I like it. 15 love for Zverev. Griekspoor almost found his way back into that point. That was a miraculous shot from the deuce side. I mean, Zverev didn't even really. Zverev had his back turned. That was an awesome shot from Tallon, but Zverev didn't even give half a smile or a laugh or anything to Griekspoor. It's just it's little things like that make Zverev a little bit. He's not really a fan favorite. It's for reasons like that. It's just like you got to. I mean, come on. If 5-5 in the third, and a guy hits a shot like that, you have to at least give him a smile or something. Didn't say anything there from Zverev. Crowd freaked out. By the way, first time if that point didn't happen, I wouldn't have even known if there's anybody in the crowd for this match. People freaked out when Griekspoor Tallon got that shot back, but the crowd has been so muted. Serve out wide for that's a terrible forehand from Griekspoor. That's in the ground. I felt like Griekspoor is still looking at where the serve landed. 40 love. Serving staying the match in their level of pressure, yeah. Dios mio, yep. I want Griekspoor to win. Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens. Anthony, can you read out the Monfils answer to who's the favorite tomorrow? It's on Reddit front page. Yeah, I mean, Monfils he said something like, "I have no chance." The other one was, "I got lucky. It was a fluke." Alcaraz, or I don't know, it was a fluke. I got lucky. But yeah. I can read it out. Serve down the tee, goes wide. Backhand way up high. Backhand Zverev. Backhand slice of Griekspoor. Forehand is Zverev. Backhand Griekspoor. Forehand volley Zverev. So good. 6-5. Great shot there from Sasha. Apparently, I didn't even hear it when Zverev reacted to the double bounce earlier, but he said, "I lost all my Grand Slam finals because of you guys," which is that's a wild thing to say. You got to take some personal responsibility. That quote, by the way, I don't know. That quote is why Zverev is never going to win a Grand Slam. I'm sorry, but that quote is exactly why Zverev is never going to win a Grand Slam. All my Grand Slam finals I lost because of you guys. Come on. That's just a wild thing to say. Like Zverev just like, I don't know. It's just wild. He's not building a great reputation for himself. I'll just say it that way. That's not a you can't make it like an excuse like that. Anyways. Second serve here for Griekspoor. Forehand at Griekspoor down the line. He's been redirecting that forehand great all day. Hell of a shot from Zverev. Great shot from Sasha. Gets a love 15. Backhand down the line, hits the sideline. Great shot from Sasha. Is 3 points away. Splat on the line. Beautiful shot there from Zverev. 3 points away. Can he close in on Griekspoor? He's dealt with some nerve management issues himself, Zverev, but Griekspoor might take the cake between the two of them. At least here right now. We'll see. Although in this set, Griekspoor has saved 4 break points in 2 different service games. So let's see what happens here. Serve down the middle, back end of Griekspoor. That's in the net, love 30. Yeah, I feel like this might be the end here, but let's see. I mean, I don't really see much intensity in Griekspoor though, you know? Like, that's kind of worrying me a little bit. Like, it just feels like Griekspoor almost looks like half resigned. To be fair, I felt like that earlier in the set too, but I just... Zverev forehand volley. Oh, hell of a shot from Zverev. Backhand slice. Great shot from Sasha. Gets the love 40. 3 match points for the German. Surely there's going to be a replay of that. It's a great shot. I don't understand the people who do replays in tennis. It's by far my biggest pet peeve in tennis right now. It's just like the people controlling the replays never show the right replays. Anyway, that deserved a replay. Great serve from Tallon, 15-40. Guess I'm kind of ranting on random tangents. I guess it doesn't matter that much. I'm just like, whatever. Serve from Tallon. Oh, great serve, 30-40. One more. Come on. One more. What a, you know, if Griekspoor could somehow find a way here, what a, like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to say anything. One more match point here for Zverev. And it's over. So let's see. It goes out. It is 3 saved. If Griekspoor could come back here, this would be a career-changing victory. This would be potentially. Like, at least it would give him so much needed confidence. I feel like if Griekspoor loses this match, it will just be another one to add into his collection. Total points 102 for both. Backhand, forehand of Griekspoor, backhand Zverev. Backhand slice Griekspoor. Forehand Zverev, big point here, obviously. Forehand Zverev, cross court, forehand of Griekspoor, down the middle, forehand of Zverev. Very easy shots, backhand. Griekspoor didn't dare come to the net. Forehand to the forehand of Griekspoor, so tense. Jeez. Forehand way up high from Zverev, it stays in. Backhand cross court. Oh my god. Audible obscenities from Griekspoor. I don't blame him though. You almost want to give him a warning if he didn't give an audible obscenity after that. All right. Advantage for Zverev. It's got match point number 4. See what we can do. Serve Griekspoor. Why great stuff. 4th one saved. Big serves under pressure. Come on. See if Tallon can just kind of like decide within himself, like, this time is going to be different, you know? Like just watching Griekspoor, just for him to lose like whatever 14, 15 matches in a row against whatever top 5 players or whatever the stat is, like kind of want to see something a little bit different. Something different in his demeanor or something. Advantage Griekspoor. It was against Zverev where he had that crazy racket smash out of frustration. They couldn't put away the first set at Indian Wells after having 3 consecutive set points. First serve is well wide. The crowd is now into it. Leone trying to shush the crowd. Serve, forehand is Zverev. Forehand of Griekspoor. Cross court with forehand is Zverev. Got a forehand rally. Now down the line, redirected. Zverev back and cross court is very good. Backhand slice. Zverev defensive. Forehand down the line. Griekspoor there at the volley. Let's go. Let's go. Third set tiebreaker. 4 saves. Now the crowd's into it. Now you hear them. 4 save for Tallon Griekspoor. What a big moment this would be. Tommy Paul saved 5 yesterday or the day before, whenever it was, you know. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. How many break points has Tallon defended? Must be at least 8. Yeah, so the 4 match points plus those 4. So yeah, 8. 8 in the set. Am I evil for wanting Zverev to lose more than I want Griekspoor to win? No. you can root against or for whoever you want to. Sean, that's a great question. I'll get to that in a minute. That's a really good question. All right, let me know in the chat who's won this tiebreaker, what's going to be the score. Whoever gets the closest, I'll shout you out in the chat. You know, I said Zverev in 3, but yeah, I'm going to stick with Zverev, actually. I can't. I'm going to go Zverev. It kind of has that feeling of it's going to be a kind of a crazy night in Shanghai. You know what I mean? I have that feeling. I'm going to say 9-7. I'm going to say 9-7 Zverev. I'm going to say 9-7 Zverev. Let me know in the chat what you think. Let me know in the chat. Comedic Valley, it's right up there. Definitely different to the Medi rantings with umpires. No, it's definitely different, yeah. Comedic value, Medvedev can't be beat. I also like Roddick back in the day turning to Leone and saying, is it going to be a warning if I smash this? And smashing it anyway. It wasn't that funny at the time, but whenever I watch that clip now, I laugh. Also, some of the goats of that are Victor Troitsky and Ernest Gulbis. Those guys, they knew how to put on a show when they were doing a tirade. Also, Baghdadis smashing 4 in a row. Rackets. There have been some good ones. All right, big moments in Zverev's tournament here. I just can't even speak. Griekspoor misses back in volley in the net. Zverev 2-1. So annoying. So annoying. 2-1 Zverev. Griekspoor can't miss shots like that. He knows that too. Guy is yelling at himself out of frustration constantly throughout this match. After shots like that. That's a forehand chip. Goes out off the return of Zverev's serve. 3-1. Serve down T is very good. 4-1. (7-2) Griekspoor. Medi's tournament celebrations are the best. Yeah, I'd like to see him win another slam, mostly because I'd like to see another celebration. First one was so iconic. After 20 years of the big 3 falling on the ground and celebrating, which used to not really be a thing, by the way. He just flops on the ground like a fish. obviously the FIFA celebration. L2 plus left. Forehand Zverev, forehand Griekspoor, inside out, backhand Zverev, forehand Griekspoor. It's just Griekspoor's nerve management. It's completely just falling apart at the end here. 1-5. Step, did you say 7-2 for Griekspoor? It might be that, but the other way around. Who would you most like to see? Sean with a great question here. Who would you most like to join Alcaraz and Sinner in dominating the sport? I have my answer right away. Well, okay. Honestly, like, okay, so, well, first of all, Rune would be quite good because he has a very different personality than Sinner and Alcaraz. He gets a lot of attention on himself, which is good for the sport. Objectively, it's kind of good for the sport. Also, it kind of continues on a similar thing to what the big three brought, which in my opinion is probably good. Sinner and Alcaraz also bringing their own thing to the table. Rune also, especially Sinner and Alcaraz. So it's kind of nice. That would be kind of nice. But in my opinion, it wouldn't be Rune. Menzik is quite good, and I kind of think Menzik is going to be the guy to do it. Feast would be quite good, but I have two answers, in my opinion, that are probably even better than both of those guys. But both of them are great, Menzik and Feast, and I kind of think that those are going to be the two guys that might end up being the guys to do it. Draper is quite good too, but particularly Menzik, Feast. I'm naming a lot of players, but here's my answer, though. Sebastian Korda. Korda is my answer. If Korda could be a top 3 player, tennis would be thriving. Great serve from Zverev, gets a 6-2. For me, the answer is Sebastian Korda. My other answer is Yibing Wu. I think Yibing Wu would be absolutely phenomenal. It's just not going to happen. So my answer is Sebastian Korda. If Korda was a top 3 player, the way he plays, how clean he hits, like even the fact that his family is athletes, like that would be ideal. It would be great. All right, 6-2 is Zverev serving out wide. It doesn't hurt too that he would bring a big American audience to the sport too, to the men's side. But even outside of that, just he hits the ball so clean. Like he'd be great. So Korda is my answer. Double fall from Zverev. 5 match points saved. This would be, I don't know. This would be something. Griekspoor did get out of that hole with some huge serves. Got out of that love 40 hole with some huge serves. If he could get 2 big serves here, that'd be useful. It's so weird to me. Zverev has one of the best serves on tour by far, and he has such a problem with his serve in the big moments in double faulting. He does get one. That was a strange serve, but he got it. Perfect serve. Out wide, 4-6. 6 match points saved. It's about to be match point number 7. You don't see match point number 7 very often at all. That happens like only a few times in one season. Like match point number 7 is a pretty rare occurrence. Forehand, that's in the ground. You're going to see match point number 8. 6-5. There's one more serve and it's done though, so. Come on, Griekspoor. See what you can do at the end here to at least get this would be insane to at least get to 6-6. Come on, Griekspoor. See what you can do here. Try to at least get this return in play. Start the point off. Zverev does have a problem with nerve management. At least get the return in play. Let. First serve is a let. By the way, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis if you are new, and please don't forget to like the stream if you are enjoying it. I appreciate you guys, like always. Like always. All right. Match point, again to the round 16 for Zverev. 8th one here to take on David Goffin. Forehand chip. He does get the return back. Forehand Zverev. Backhand Griekspoor. Backhand Zverev. Backhand slice Griekspoor. Oh, it's right on the sideline. Forehand Griekspoor. Oh, he gets it. Backhand. No, he missed the volley. No, there's no way. Zverev is a ball into the crowd. That is the most gut-wrenching loss for Griekspoor. I mean, I just, like, Jeez, man. He got that backhand slice just inside. Is Griekspoor ever going to be able to figure it out in these kind of matches? It's the 4th match in a row, I think, where he's had a relatively close match against Zverev and he hasn't been able to pull through. Jeez, 8 match points and Zverev gets it done. The reaction of Zverev shows it all. All right, thank you guys for watching. Griekspoor, man, I just can't with this guy. Such a talent. He's such a talent. He's such a complete player. He's fun to watch, but I just can't, like, the guy just can't perform against the top guys, but it is what it is. I am having seizures. How? I just died a little bit inside. I just can't. I can't. I'm in the first stage of grief with that shot. Don't count out Djokovic. He might play till 45. Yeah. Listen, Novak's going to play till he's 53. Well, what was it? LeBron James is now playing with his son in the same league, so we could see a similar thing with Djokovic, with Novak and his son. Stefan gets in the mix. What did he say? Didn't he say something to his son like, I think you want to do tennis? If that's your choice, I'll support you 100%. Was that Novak? I'm pretty sure I'm getting that right. Yeah, I died a little bit inside that last shot, but it is what it is. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm going to try to commentate a match tonight. Yeah, thanks a lot, Step. You're here throughout the whole thing, so I appreciate it. See you tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll commentate a match tonight. All right, thank you, guys. All right, peace out. Thanks, guys, for joining in. 7-6, 2-6, 7-6, 7-5 in the tiebreaker. Griekspoor he could have saved 8 match points, but what a weird, crazy match. I don't even know what to say after that. So I'm just going to log off. I'll see you guys tonight. Join in for a stream tonight where hopefully I'll be streaming some match, probably Tsitsipas Medvedev because I want to do that one. All right, I'll see you guys later.